Today's talk is about attracting abundance of money into your life. I'm going to start off with the fears and the negativity towards money, how that can hold you back. Then we're going to shift over to the positive side and some of the reasons why and causes that can happen to give you that mindset. And then we're going to conclude with the end, working out ways to change it. And if you're subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. If you haven't, please hit the subscribe button down below. So one of the things that can stop us from having abundance of money into our life is fear. Fear of lack, fear of not having enough. But is that fear real? It could be very, very real fear. And please don't let me think that the fear is not real. Inside us, I've dealt with many clients that fear can take over their whole body. So it feels extremely real. Acknowledge it. Why fight it? Do we really want to have another fight inside us? It can be very, very painful. The fear of lack, what's it going to do? Is it going to bring abundance in? Or is it going to keep us with lack, what we don't want? Constantly, without even realizing the fear of lack's coming in, the fear of not having enough, the fear I don't have this, the fear I don't have that, the fear I could miss out, the fear of that. Well, if you put magnets together, that they don't want, are they going to stick together? Or the magnets that are meant to go together, are they going to come together? So let's be like magnets and bring in what we do want. So understanding these fears are real, and we all sort of have fears. That's not the problem. The fear happens all the time. The thing is what do we do with these fears? Do we let them take over our life? Do we keep playing them over and over again? Then you're going to say to me, hey, yes, I have fears. But where do they come from? Well, they're just a learned habit. They're just simply a learned habit. What do I mean by learned habit? A situation in the past that's been negative, an environment we've been around. Like, I can give you an example. You could say, 9 times out of 10, you always have an abundance of money. But one time, only just scrape by. So now what's dominant? When you just scrape by is what you're focusing on. Does that really make any sense? To let the mind concentrate on 1 out of 9? That's not 90%. To me, 90%, that's a nice pass rate. But we're focusing on the 10% only. So letting the 10% take over 90% of your thoughts is going to attract what we don't want. So yes, that may only be 1 out of the 9, but you're going to tell me that was extremely, extremely painful situation. I don't want to go into that painful situation again. Correct. I hear you very clearly. But did you come out of it? If you're watching it, more than likely you did. Thank God. So no, once again, that 9 times out of 10, you still came out of that one time that you didn't. So it gets resolved. But you also got to remember, we were gifted with something else. We've now got extra knowledge of how to get through this situation. As before, it was like completely blind to what was going on. So now we've learned that we can get through it. So we can work out, so really, 10 out of 10, we've got out of the situation. And that old habit, and then there'll be another old habit. And if you look at it, you've got through it one way or another, and it can always grow and improve. So understanding that, we have the strongest muscle in our body, our mind, our thoughts. If we change the thoughts, let's strengthen them with what we do want. Instead of, it's like going to the gym or doing a run or walking. You can slowly increase your stamina, your strength. It takes time and practice. And going into it, you're going in there that you're going to improve yourself. Straight away, there's a positive attitude. You're going into it to improve yourself. So let's go into it instead of going into, fear of lack. Is that improving yourself? Let's focus on attracting abundance into your life. Abundance of money. So this is a practice that takes time. And let's use it. Is it going to be easy? Like going to the gym or any other practice of sport. It takes time and it can be very difficult and very painful at first. But we have coaches and we have a team around us to help support us, help get us through. And we don't have to hit it head on. We can slowly build it up. That to me I think is the most important part. Focusing on we can build it up, having the support around us to help facilitate it to come into our lives. So to summarize it, does fear of lack bring anything in? Generally it doesn't. It's a habit. Habits like that, we can create habits of positivity, of abundance. I thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. I appreciate it a lot. For further details and contact me, see the link down below.